we seek, tell me the best doctor. Now, the best doctor in insurance companies is one with 33% passing marks. Now, naturally, if a person with that qualifications comes in the industry, he will do what he has been doing. You have seen everyday advertisements from regulator, insurance companies that please take care of this and the. But this question is that why not concentrate on people who can do better? Similarly, for social security schemes, a lot of burden of the insurance companies has been taken away by the Prime Minister now. In fact, companies will be avoided paying penalties for not doing the minimum norms required to achieve that. This is my assumption. The companies have to take up with this. And then if it is the social securities, whatever group schemes have to be done, can best be done under CSR. The continuity will be assured. And similarly, in rural areas, we have some agents. Now, by agency itself, the candidate cannot thrive. There has to be a common platform which includes the bank PSO, the general insurance agents, and the web aggregators who can collectively be trained by some unified authority and allowed one license to do the business. So this will give some business to the to the agents. Now, this was my suggestion on agency. And I know it is very hard for insurance companies because it is a century old, more than 70 years model which I am questioning, 80 years model which I am questioning. But then you have some time to make very drastic changes. For example, Life Insurance Corporation was driven by the development officer. And huge business also used to come. But the LIC took a very strong stand to reorient their incentive packages, which have fell to drastically and became reasonable from the management's point of view, unreasonable from the seller's point of view. Now, another problem that we encounter is awareness. The insurance is a very complex product, and we make it still complexer by the nature of inputs or the type of products we offer. So the result is that only 4.4% of the population has been insured so far, and 5% for renewable health cover, and most small entrepreneurs do not have any cover at all. Now, insurance companies give advertisements to protect themselves, but they should give on other features which are educative. The basic requirement is insurance industry has the backup of huge number of stories of death, sickness, disasters, floods, where the insurance relief enabled a family to stand on its legs. So why not create those events into episodes and telecast them with regularity? Persons like Amir Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, Sachin Tendulkar, even our own Prime Minister, if they endorse them, I think the insurance industry will have the maximum endorsement in the country if there is proper backup by way of these episodes. The last I am coming to is governance in the insurance companies. Skills, as I referred, that skills are lacking. Now there are, as per the Skills Corporation, you know that there is now a Ministry of Skills Development. There will be need to train 500 million youth insurance in one discipline which can generate a lot of employment. And you will be glad to learn that Amity University is one of the identified 500 centers. The Skills Development Council wrote to us 2 years back to take up this work. Now, the regulations state that I on my own cannot train anyone unless endorsed by sponsored by a company. So I wrote to both of them, how do I go about it? Because otherwise I am violating law. Our regulators are very strict about implementation of regulations, but no response has come. So hopefully now the regulator and the industry will have to react. After all, this skill is the cause of non-growth of the industry. It is in the interest of the industry to develop skills. Now, the banking industry has realized, and I am told that ICICI Pru is also doing the same thing. The Axis Bank, for example, has offered us 1-year program for training of their candidates who are given assured employment, and we select them and they are absorbed, and they are straight away appointed as assistant manager, and they are very happy with the quality of the inputs and the performance of the students. So the industry need to adopt strategies so that this is a cost-effective resource utilization, which unfortunately is not happening because of the hit-and-run trial methods. Similarly, when I say that agency's role is to be reviewed, then naturally the renewal commission or the extent of renewal commission will also have to be reviewed, and the benefits passed on to the customer. Companies, insurance companies should involve educational institutions. Today the situation is that the insurance companies treat us as touch me not, barring a few who are represented here, and as I mentioned here. You will be very shocked to learn, I rang up one HR head of a private insurance company, talked to her PA, she was not there. So he said, you give me her landline number. She says that we are not authorized to share the number. Now, if you do not want to share the number, obviously you can't mingle with the people also. Your attitude is one of high pedestal, living in a glass house. Insurance doesn't work on this. It's on great people-oriented business, and people have to be in tie-up with the public. The best practices, for example, ICICI Bank, I will quote to you. If you are working on a site and if you encounter a problem, pop, a message in the meantime appears, do you need any help? Call back. A relationship manager will contact you. You write a letter. Promptly a reply will come. No other company I have come across, I am not talking of any particular insurance company, I have taken the name of ICICI Bank only so that there is no questioning of my comments. The bank will immediately react. So no letter will go unacknowledged. But can you claim this for your company? If not, please try to develop these best practices. Then frauds is a very unfortunate aspect of the insurance industry. The regulator and the company say, be alert, we are not responsible. Whereas in UK, the Frauds Enforcement Department made 470 arrests last year. 85 prosecutions have been conducted. What happened in our country? Nothing. Now, this is something, when you do not take action on a fraud, the people think that we are in league with them, we are conniving with them. And I'm very sorry to find that after reading this report of UK, I checked up from IRDA, there is no prosecution. This distorts the faith of the people against the insurance industry. If you want to reinforce confidence, go aggressively as the Prime Minister is doing. Corruption will not be tolerated. Why can't we do this? This mis-selling is nothing but corruption. So I think the companies need to change their attitude. Similarly, you must have read that the Prime Minister had said that amounts lying unclaimed in PF and EPF will be utilized for certain benefits to the weaker section. Similarly, a fund can be created by the companies for protection of the policyholders. I have in this gathering here and in this university, several senior officers who have been duped. They asked me what to do. I pleaded, please now continue with whatever you have, because that will be further huge loss. Some of them are present here. So do you think that they will have faith in those companies? They will not have faith. So insurance companies need to reorient their attitude to the policy holders. And today, the government of India is working on a very novel way of thinking. I receive a mail from Prime Minister's office, Health Minister's office, Urban Minister's office. Please give suggestions. Why can't the insurance companies also provide a site on their website to seek suggestions? And certainly, when I tell you my own experience, when I go to the students, I come back with novel ideas. So similarly, the public will give many ideas which will help the industry to overcome the issues that it is facing in the interest of the public. The last point is, to overcome all these issues, I think we need to involve rating agencies. Ask them for benchmarks, credit ratings on settlement of claims and servicing. Now, people will then have a choice. We were just discussing with Mr. Mathur that there are companies, what is their claim settlement record. LIC has a consistent record of 98.5% claim settlement, but insurance companies in the private sector do not have. There must be reasons. But if you have a benchmark of claim settlement, a policyholder can very easily decide that whether he wants to go to a fraudulent company or a genuine company which will protect his interest. With these words, I thank you very much and hope that these deliberations will come up with many, many more new ideas.